Guys, hasn't been that long since I've seen you last time, but we just got off of doing the Eleanor GT500 project, and I'm ready to start the new one, which I hadn't announced to you and let you guys know, so you're probably real curious on hopefully you're curious on what the next project in the Gravity Colors DT Model Art collaboration and video projects are. So this is it. Yes, indeed, guys. The fairly new Tamiya Repsol Honda RC213V from the 2014 season, ridden by the Rocketeer there, Marc Marquez. I will tell you up front, I'm not really a huge Marc Marquez fan. I am a Rossi fan, but I am a fan of Honda. I'm a fan of their machines, as they are dominant in the MotoGP world, especially as of late. Anyways, so that's our new project. So this video is just a little bit of an out of the box what we have in the kit, and some of the things I'll discuss some of the things I will be adding to this kit as we do it. So of course you open the box, and of course typical Tamiya instructions here. Nothing beyond the ordinary as far as excellence. All the color denotations are here. This one's interesting because it has a special color, not really special, but you don't find it in my hobby shops around my area. I literally had to order this. I actually had a good friend of mine that gave me a can of this that he had laying around. For the frame, it tells you to use a TS83 metallic silver. Well, I've used TS30 silver leaf before, but apparently this has a more finer silver to it than that. So I'm going off of Tamiya's suggestions about using this for the frame of the bike. Of course, we have Gravity Colors, Repsol Fluorescent Orange GC169, and Fluorescent Red GC168. You can purchase both of these from the Gravity Colors websites, either in Europe or in the USA. They are available in both websites for those guys in Europe that want to try it out. So we've got those colors. I've got a bottle of anthracite black that I may or may not use for some of the black areas. I think I might use some carbon fiber decaling for the black areas on the bike, but I probably will use this as a base for those decals to go over, which the anthracite black is GC101. And I've got some white surface primer. Now I'm going to use this probably over the Gravity Gray primer. I haven't decided yet, because the parts in this kit, a lot of them are molded in white. Therefore, putting white primer over white plastic, you don't see all the imperfections as much, so I probably will prime these gray first. Not a big deal to me. I love white plastic myself because there's no bleed through, any problems. So white plastic is okay with me. So gray primer over the white surface primer from Gravity. I don't have some of their gray primer laying out here, but you can get their gray primer as well. The same stuff, but it just comes in a gray on their website. So obviously these are our tins. The kit, from what I'm looking at, has a lot of seams that will have to be filled in once I put the tins together, or the body cowlings together. Some people call them tins, some call them cowlings. I don't really know what the exact scientific name for them are, but there's a lot of white there. Of course, we have our beautiful slick tires, which I'll have to eliminate the seams on the ends there to get them to look nice and smooth and slick. It comes with a spring. Of course, you know, the kit comes with a spring, but I have sprung, sorry for the word, for a Detail Up Part Series kit for this, which comes with the brass turned fork tubes, or anodized fork tubes, the smaller tubes for the fork, and an actual powder coated painted spring right there, and a couple other pieces that go to the top of the fork. So this adds a lot of realism to the kit when you upgrade the stuff. That's why Tamiya comes up with this stuff, Detail Up Part Series. I mean, it's nice. Another way to make money for them, but to me it's a necessity if you want to do a real fine replica of Marquez's rocket ride here. So we'll be using that. And then Tamiya, of course, in their typical, you know, any parts that are aluminum on the kit for the most part, or some kind of a silver of some sort, are molded in gray, or silverish gray, I guess you could call it. So I'll be painting these pieces with the TS83 and various other shades of alclads and such to get the overall busy look that I want to get by having different sheens. These bikes they're just works of art. They really are prototypes. You can't buy these, any of the parts that are used on these bikes. It's millions of dollars worth of research and material that they use in these things. These machines are worth a ton of money. You can't just go to a Honda shop or a Honda factory store and just buy one of these things. They are prototypes. They're one-offs that are built by the factories, or I'm sorry, by the teams, and supplied by Honda. But they're not parts you can just buy for your bike for the most part. They're really special stuff. So anyhow, we also have the front cowling piece here, which is of course stapled. I like the way Tamiya does this kind of stuff though, because then the stuff doesn't rattle around in the box and get broken. Finally, some of their bikes, they have the cowlings as halves. A lot of Tamiya's newer bikes, they have really gone to tooling them so much better and eliminating seams. Seams are an enemy in any build, any fine build. If you got a seam, if you're going to a model contest like an IPMS show or something, you got seams hanging out on your model, and you wonder why you don't win something. That's why. Fit and finish and just simple model techniques you got to master and get rid of those things. So anyways, there's the front cowling piece. Now what's interesting is these little side pieces right here are actually the leg guards that get glued to the side of the tank after the body's painted, or the tank is painted and all that. Kind of a nice, neat little addition. Tamiya really spares no expense and spares no details really. These things are works of art right out of the package, right out of the box. If you build it super clean, they're impressive models. However, you can also detail the heck out of them. There's companies like Top Studio out there, Acoustian, I think, Studio 27. There's several aftermarket companies that make photo etch. I know Top Studio makes, if they haven't made one, I'm sure they're going to. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the site lately. I'm sure they're going to make a super detail set for this bike because it's a popular bike. But really, out of the box, they are very, very nice models. What's nice with Tamiya lately too is they give you like a background information page with a lot of their newer kits. I had one in my FXX, my LaFerrari kit that I built, for Scale Motorsport. So it's neat. They tell you a little bit about the bike and what happened that season with the bike and such. It's a nice addition that they add to these. So I really give kudos out to Tamiya for that. They're world class. I mean, it's just the way it is. These kits really, Tamiya kits out of the box, they're a shake and bake kit. I mean, they just go together flawlessly. The tolerances on them are very tight, so you got to watch it with your paints, particularly if you're using urethane clears like I am. I've had trouble before with parts not fitting up exactly flush with doors and such on cars because of the urethane clears that I use. But it's a small sacrifice that I'm definitely not gonna make there. I will continue to use urethane clears and the Gravity Colors clears. I don't have them laid out, but that's the clear of choice on this model will be Gravity Colors as well. Other than that, we're going to get to building this thing here in the next video. I just want to give you an overview of what I have as my next project here. Going forward, it's going to be the Repsol Honda RC213V using, of course, Gravity Colors exclusively here at DT Model Art. So tune in for the next video and we'll get started on this beast. Thanks for watching.